Think you can just pop in that latest R-rated blockbuster at 35,000 feet? Think again. It might seem like the sky's the limit when it comes to in-flight entertainment, but there are actually a lot of rules and restrictions you might not expect. Whether you're a frequent flyer or just taking your first big trip, it's easy to assume you can watch whatever you want once you're buckled in. But the reality is, things are a bit more complicated up in the air. Flying is full of surprises, but what you can watch on board, that's one of the weirdest and most misunderstood travel rules out there. You might be shocked to find your favorite movies missing, or see some titles mysteriously grayed out. And if you're traveling with kids, you'll want to know exactly what's available before you hand over the remote. Let's dive into airline policies first. Not all airlines are created equal when it comes to adult content. Each airline has its own set of guidelines, and they can be surprisingly different, even between flights on the same airline, depending on the route or the country you're flying over. Some block R-rated movies entirely. You won't even see them in the menu. If you're hoping to catch up on that edgy thriller or late-night comedy, you might be out of luck before you even take off. Others, they'll let you watch, but only after you jump through some hoops. Sometimes you'll have to navigate through age gates or parental controls, and it's not always obvious how to unlock the full menu. Ever been asked to enter your birthday before watching a movie? That's their way of checking your age. It's a digital version of the old carding at the door trick, and it's meant to keep underage eyes away from mature content. And on a few flights, you might have to show an ID to a flight attendant like you're sneaking into a movie theater back in high school. It can feel a little awkward, but it's all part of the effort to keep things family-friendly in a shared space. But here's where it gets tricky. Every airline does it differently. Some have a huge selection of movies, while others keep things squeaky clean. And sometimes the rules change without warning, especially if the airline updates its policies or gets feedback from passengers. Some airlines are stricter than your grandma, while others are super chill. As long as you're over 17 or 18, depending on where you're flying. It's not just about age either. Sometimes it's about the culture of the airline or the countries they fly to. What's considered okay in one place might be totally off limits in another. And flying internationally? Oh, it gets even more interesting. The rules can change mid-flight, literally as you cross into new airspace. Cross a border and suddenly the rules can totally change. You might notice your movie selection shrinking or certain titles vanishing from the menu as you fly over different countries. Some countries block R-rated content completely because of censorship laws. Airlines have to comply with local regulations, even if you're just passing through their airspace. So, that steamy action flick or gritty drama you wanted to catch up on, it might just disappear from your in-flight menu. It's not a glitch, it's the law. I've had flights where my choices went from Oscar winners to nothing but cartoons, depending on the airspace we were flying through. It's a wild ride for your watch list, and it can be a real letdown if you were counting on a specific movie to pass the time. Now, if your airline says no to R-rated fun, don't worry. There are still ways to enjoy your favorite movies, even if they're not on the official menu. You can always bring your own device loaded with your favorite movies. Just make sure to download them before you board, since Wi-Fi in the sky isn't always fast enough for streaming. Just remember, be respectful of your neighbors. No one wants to see an unexpected plot twist over your shoulder. Airplanes are tight spaces, and what you watch can easily become everyone's business, whether you mean it to or not. And trust me, noise-canceling headphones are a lifesaver, both for you and everyone around you. Not only do they block out the engine hum, but they also keep your movie experience private and immersive. Ready for a few fun facts? The world of in-flight entertainment is full of quirky rules and unexpected surprises. Some airlines have rules that are just plain hilarious. For example, you might find that a movie is edited to remove a single swear word, but leaves in all the explosions and car chases. Like, they'll let you watch movies with wild car chases but not a single kissing scene. Sometimes the edits are so obvious it's almost funny. Whole scenes cut out or dialogue dubbed over with the most random words. Or on smaller planes, your seat neighbor can pretty much see your whole screen, so maybe skip anything too awkward. It's always a good idea to keep things PG if you're not sure who's watching. So, can you watch that R-rated blockbuster in the sky? Sometimes yes, sometimes no, and sometimes it depends on the country, the airline, and even the row you're sitting in. The best advice? Always check before you fly, and have a backup plan just in case your top pick isn't available. Always check the airline's policies. Bring your ID if you want the full movie menu, and, most importantly, fly responsible. Remember, you're sharing the space with dozens or even hundreds of other people. so a little courtesy goes a long way. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know the weirdest in-flight movie moment you've ever had. I'd love to hear your stories. Did you ever get caught off guard by a movie edit or have your film cut off mid-flight? Catch you in the next travel tip video. Safe travels. And remember, whether you're watching cartoons or thrillers, the real adventure is just looking out the window.